Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about self-discipline and what are those ways that can help you master the self-discipline. So essentially what self-discipline means is training yourself enough to show up on work daily if even if you don't feel like it. So how can one do that? So there are various things that you can do to build self-discipline. Let's understand what's the psychology of building self-discipline and why do even we need it to build one. You see, there is something when we set our goals, so we have to pursue them. So once we have set up our goals, we have to break them down into simpler plan of actions, and these plan of actions needs to be our daily habits. So if we can inculcate that goals into our daily habits, that's where we find the sweet spot. That's where we can do that work again and again and showing up even we don't feel like it. Self discipline is like a positive reinforcement of positive behaviors. What do I mean by that is, when once you know that this is the work that I want to do, but there is some obstacle that is stopping you to do that work. So you kind of ignore that obstacle and do that work for around 20 minutes. You just sit to do that work, and this positive behavior will reinforce another positive behavior, where you will another find yourself into a spot that, yeah, I can do this work. You just have to prepare your mind enough that you have to sit up on for few hours, and then again you will start increasing those hours. You will start building momentum and consistency in your work. So that's how we build one self discipline. And also, just don't take it just don't to make it so hard to build self discipline. It's not something science based, nothing else like that. You just have to believe in yourself that you can do this stuff. So there is this problem when people tries to build this self discipline. There is this consistency problem that comes into the picture. What is this consistency? Is when you do like something, and you do it for a long enough period of time. That's called consistency. But when you are out of this habit, like you started your work, but now you got stuck at some point, and then you totally leave it. You don't have to do that. Just remind yourself that I can do this, and you will eventually be able to do that. You will eventually be able to do those intermediary steps into those plan into your position A and to their position B where you want to go. So building those habits, building those key intermediary steps will help you reach to that position B or your goals.